You are driving on the highway, just leaving the gloomy gray prison that you call work. It's late at night, and you're exhausted of most of your energy. It is perplexing how much typing away in a cubicle can wear you out like doing a hike up a steep hillside. As your eyelids get heavier, you try to turn on the radio, hoping the ripping of alternative rock can keep you awake long enough to get home. You press the button, but to no avail. You swear to yourself, and as you briefly look at the radio, you notice the time, 11:06 p.m. Soon, some familiar landmarks appear, making you feel relieved that you are almost home. You approach the same Kelly green exit sign you've seen thousands of times before, reading the same milky white letters, Exit 24B, 1 mile. Without knowing it, you smile, ready for the embrace of a lonely apartment and a warm bed. Tomorrow is the weekend your mind so desperately needs. You get almost giddy at the reservations to your couch, some cheap beer, and your favorite movies on the television. Your thoughts are interrupted, however, as you near the exit ramp. A familiar object comes to view. A Kelly green exit sign, labeled Exit 24B, 1 mile. You feel a cold sensation in your abdomen, like a cold rag was placed under your shirt. To increase the already disgusting feeling of dread, the radio gives a sudden crack of static and then falls silent. As you look at it in the mix of shock and panic, you read the time again, 11:06 p.m. You check your surroundings before accelerating well beyond the highway's speed limit. It dawns on you only now how empty the highway really is. Sure, there's never a lot of traffic near midnight, but on this night, the highway was void of any vehicles or lights. Your eyes start darting in every direction, trying to find anything that can break the monotonous pattern on the highway. The cold feeling of panic still gripping your guts as you try to figure out what is happening. Your eyes catch a glimpse of something on the right-hand side of your car. Under the now familiar exit sign, you catch a slight, pale shape, barely in focus. You slow down from your 90-mile rush and stop in the middle of the vacant freeway. Your mind begins evaluating every possible answer to what the odd smudge you spotted could be. Yet no matter how rational you tried to feel, you feel that it wasn't right somehow. You check your radio clock and look at the glowing green numbers, 11:06 p.m. Before you can even think about reversing your car to see if whatever shape was still there, the radio crackles to soft hiss of static. You're about to turn off the radio until you catch sight of your windshield mirror. In the red light of your brake lights, you spot a growing shape quickly moving upon your vehicle. No less than a second later, you can make out the sporadic movement of arms and legs sprinting towards your car. Without fail, you quickly floor it, skidding your tires along the center lane. As the distance between you and the creature charging your car gets bigger, you begin hyperventilating. Your mind starts to race with 1,000 different questions, none of which you can answer fast enough to calm yourself down. What was that thing? What is going on? Why is this happening to me? As you grip the steering wheel with white knuckles, you begin to feel yourself cry uncontrollably. You feel the cold sensation of panic churn your stomach as you see the exit sign again. However, it's not just the sign that sets you off this time. It's the same creature that's under it. And it's getting closer. You accelerate your speed, praying to anything that can hear you to help you get home. The sign comes into view again, the creature now at least 5 feet closer than before. The clock on your busted radio still reads the numbers 11 and 06, your speed now dangerously close to 100. That cold sensation is now a burning desire to beat whatever it is you are now up against. As you put the pedal to the metal, the sign comes more frequently, the creature getting 5 feet closer to you each time you see that hideous Kelly green highway sign. Your adrenaline is now fueling your fear and anger. Fear of the horrific creature getting closer, and anger that tells you, I will not go without a fight. The sign starts coming more and more frequently. No longer was it a minute between every sign. Now the exit lane sign would appear every 10 seconds. With it, the creature under it became more clear in its features. Every crack in its pure gray skin, every dark gray vein in its head that accompanied the broken mandible of fake teeth, and its two plain white eyes like golf balls. It stood with the posture of an old man and shook like the frigid cold covered its entire body, making the bony arms and legs it had seem almost like a blur. You can't be sure, but you'd guess it couldn't be less than 7 feet tall. You watch as it gets closer and closer until you see it start stepping onto the asphalt of the freeway. Your radio suddenly plays a quiet hiss of static, gradually getting louder and louder with every passing of the red herring that is the exit marker. You're now racing down the road with the blind hope that there's a finish line coming up. The creature, now fully on the pavement, appears more and more. What once came in 10-second intervals now came in 5. It was rapidly approaching you, the spider-like appendages that were its arms reaching out for your car as it drifted closer to you. As you pass it again, you swear you can smell it, the smell of gasoline and copper that comes with the creature's gray form. After 5 more seconds, your exit sign does not appear again. You drive a little slower, counting the seconds to prepare for the next sighting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You keep counting and get confused. The sign, the creature, where did it go? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The passing time of the empty highway began to give you comfort. You didn't care if no one else occupied the lanes with you. You were just so happy that the creature was gone. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Half a minute passes, and all the adrenaline that filled your body has dissipated to serotonin. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Suddenly you remember the clock on your radio. You look at the glowing green numbers and read the numbers. 58, 59, 60. 11:07 p.m. A wave of relief hits you. You say a little cheer knowing that you beat whatever game you just played. You look up from the clock radio, and before you can even process the traffic that formed from thin air, the front of your car collides with a tanker truck. You wake up screaming, breathless. Quickly, you feel your body for any marks or scrapes and find none. After you finish observing yourself for wounds, you begin to take in the environment around you. It's the side of a highway. The long, uncut grass covers your shins. You look up and see a highway exit sign. Your cracked gray hand shake as you see the empty highway in front of you. The silence taunts you, only for a short moment, when you see a lone vehicle travel the empty roads. The oxidized headlights flash upon your eyes only for a moment before they merge with the darkness ahead. The realization comes to you of what's happening as you see the same car drive past you again and again and again. You panic internally, wanting to prevent what happened to you. So you walk towards the road to try and stop them.